Good day, everyone. This video is prepared for course LMCP1632 and focus on the issue of youth access to home ownership within the framework of Suitable Development Goal 11, which aims to create suitable, innovative, and inside cities and communities. Housing is one of the most fundamental human needs. It provides not only physical shelters, but also a sense of security, dignity, and stability. For many individuals, especially young people, home ownership represents independence, long-term commitment, and the foundation for family life and economic security. However, in today's rapidly unbalancing society, access to home ownership has become increasingly challenging for young adults. Rising housing provides financial constraints and structural barriers within the housing system has made it difficult for young to enter the property market. This issue has sufficient implications for social equity, community well-being, and sustainable urban development.
One of the most significant challenges faced by young people is a mismatch between property price and income levels. In many urban areas, housing prices have increased rapidly over the past decade. Real young wages have grown at a much slower pace. Young adults who are at the early stage of their careers often earn entry-level salaries that the inflation to meet the high cost of purchasing a home. As a result, many are unable to afford that require down payments or qualified long-term mortgage commitments. This situation creates a circle where young people remain in rental housing for extended periods, limiting their ability to build wealth, those property ownership, and affecting their long-term financial security.
In addition to higher property price, young people also face rising living costs. Future weaken their purchase power. Daily expenses such as food, transportation, healthcare, and utilities have increased significantly, placing pressures on monthly budgets. At the same time, many young adults are burdened with excess financial commitment, include PT, student loans, care financing, and credit card debit. This obligation reduces disposable income and make it difficult to save for housing-related expenses. High level of debt also affect illegal aspects such as borrowing or debit service retailed before approving housing loan. As a result, even young people with stable employment may struggle to meet learning requirements.
Another major problem for young people who want to buy a home is getting a loan. When young people hope to own a house, but street bank rules often make it hard for them to borrow money. Unstable income, short work experience, and little or no credit history often lead to loan rejection or very small loan amount. This is especially difficult for young people adults who work freelance or on short-term contracts. Although these financial rules help keep the enemy still suitable, the lack of loan programs designed for young people buyers has made it hard for many first-time buyers to enter the housing market. Okay.
The shortage of affordable housing further intensifies the challenges faced by young people. In many cities, the supply of affordable housing units is limited, especially in strategic locations close to workplace, educational situations, and public transportation. Affordable housing projects are often located in less accessible areas, leading to longer commuting times and higher transportation costs. The focus young people to choose between affordability and convenience, which can negatively impact work-life balance and overall quality of life. The imbalance between housing supply and demand increases competition among first-time buyers and contributes to further price escalation in the housing market.
In addition to limited financial knowledge, insurance long-term financial planning is a common college among young adults, influenced by consumer culture and short-term spending habits. Many young people do not practice saving for future goals such as home ownership. The lack of early financial planning results in insufficient saving for down payments and weak financial recourse when applying for housing loans. When the opportunity to purchase a home arises, many young people find themselves unprotected. This highlights the importance of cultivating strong financial habits and long-term planning from an early age. Okay.
To address this challenge, solution must be aligned with the process of sustainable development goal. 11 government play a crucial role in enhancing housing, public strength target at young people. Policy measures may include expensive first home buy subsidy, introduce low interest or government ground rent housing loan, and simple living law application process for first-time buyer. This interview can help reduce intermarriage and promote great housing equality. In addition, collaboration between the public and private sector can increase the supply of affordable housing in reasonable location.
People also need to learn more about money and housing. This can be done through simple lessons and activities. School, universities, and community groups can help young people get ready to buy a home in the future. These lessons should teach basic skills such as how to plan spending, save money, use loan carefully, and understand the main rules of owning a home. When young people understand these things, they can manage their money better and make better choice about housing. This not only helps young people go better lives, but also helps the enemies that stay suitable in the long run. Okay.
Sustainable housing under SDG 11 goes beyond affordability and includes the quality of living environment. Community-centered housing design should prioritize accessibility to public transportation, shared public space, safety, and environmental sustainability. Inclusive housing models encourage social interaction, strengthen community bonds, and improve overall quality of life. Such design also supports suitable urban development by reducing environmental impact and promoting efficient land use. By focusing on both affordability and community well-being, housing policies can be contribute to more inclusive and resilient cities.
In conclusion, the issue of housing affordability among young people is a critical challenge that affects sustainable urban development. Without effective intervention, the exclusion of young from home ownership may have long-term social and economic consequences. Addressing this issue requires continuous effective policy, innovation, and active participation from all stakeholders, including young people themselves.
Looking towards the year 2030, young people should not only be beneficial of inclusive housing policies, but also actually contribute to the development of sustainable city by improving financial planning, supporting sustainable housing interview, and enjoying with common development. Youngs can play an important role in sharing the future of urban living.
In line with Sustainable Development Goal 11, young people play an important role in creating communities. They are affordable and strong. The decisions and the actions young people make today will shape healthy and city life for future generations. Okay.
To further understand the issue of youth home ownership, it is important to examine how urbanization has reshaped housing demand. As more people migrated to cities for education and employment opportunities, urban housing markets experience increased pressure. This repeated urban growth has led to higher land value and intensified competition for housing, especially in central and well-connected areas. Development of prioritize higher-end projects to maximize profit, which reduce the availability of affordable housing option for young and middle-income buyers. As a result, young people has increasingly marginalized in urban housing systems, despite being a key group contributing to city economics and further development.
Another aspect that deserves attention is the intergenerational gap in home ownership opportunities. Previous generations were able to purchase homes at a relatively younger age due to lower property price and more stable economic conditions. In contrast, today's youngs face a more competitive job market, slower wage growth, and higher living costs. This disparity has contributed to perceptions of inequality and reduced trust in economic systems among young adults. Addressing this gap is essential to ensure fairness and equal opportunity across generations, particularly within rapidly developing urban societies.
Housing also has an implication for global mobility and economic productivity. When young workers are unable to live near their workplace due to high house cost. They may be focused to common long distance. Long communities times increase transportation expense, contribute to traffic congestion and reduce time available for rest, family, and personal development. Over time, this can lead to low job suffocation and reduced work performance. From a suitable city perspective, housing location near employment helps support both economic effectiveness and environment.
In Malaysia, the government is introduced affordable housing plans and programs for young people to help solve housing problems. However, these places are not always effective because of poor implementation and low public awareness. Some young people do not know about these housing programs, where others find the requirements too hard to meet. They show the need for clear information, simple rules, and fair policy design. By sharing information more widely and making the application process easier, more young people can take part in housing programs. Okay.
Beyond government action, financial institutions also play a crucial role in shaping housing accessibility. Banks and leading agencies influence who can or cannot enter the house market through their credit acceptance systems. While risk management is necessary, overly rigid criteria may unintentionally include capable young buyers with no traditional income patterns, including flexible assessment models that consider future earning potential could improve the accessibility for youth. Such measures would support inclusive growth while maintaining financial stability.
Environmental sustainability should not be overlooked in housing development. Affordable housing projects should integrate energy efficient designs, sustainable building materials, and green space. Sustainable housing reduces long-term living costs through lower energy consumption, which directly benefits young house owners. It also supports national and global effects to address climate change. Aligning house affordability with environmental sustainability strengthens the overall impact of SDG 1186.
Youth involvement in housing talk is key to sustainable development. We should encourage young people to join policy discussion, urban planning, and community meeting. Their work shows housing need lifestyle performance and a new challenge, making policy practical and boosting democratic, inclusive urban development.
Schools and universities also help to prepare young people to buy a home in the future. Teaching with money and housing knowledge in classes can help students understand this topic early. When students learn how to save money, educate carefully, and understand home ownership, they are better able to make good money decisions later in life. This early learning helps reduce money problems in the future and support study personal growth. Okay.
In summary, young's access to home ownership is influenced by complex interaction of economic, social, and situational factors. Higher housing provides financial constraints, limited housing supply, and the knowledge gaps collectively restrict opportunities for young people. These challenges require comprehensive and coordinated solutions that align with suitable development goal 11.
Looking ahead to 2030, the manifestation of young's engagement in sustainable housing should reflect the responsibility awareness and active participation. Young people must adapt by improving financial discipline and supporting sustainable living practice. At the same time, in situation most recognized youngs as key stakeholders in shaping future cities.
If government, banks, communities, and young people work together, a friendly and fair housing can be real, not just a hope. This teamwork matches the true meaning of sustainable development goal 11.
In conclusion, Provide fair and lasting housing is not just about building houses, but about creating better futures. When young people have access, knowledge, and opportunities, cities become stronger, safer, and able to last longer.